what a match we have here. It's a little bit of a rewind to just 2 months ago. It is Kaden Herrbach and Sophia Mast in our junior finals. We've seen this before, and the finish was Kaden holding up the trophy with a 6-4. Was 6-4 win over Sophia?
It was 6-4, yeah. And Nate Kane here with Steven on the commentary. And, yeah, it was 6-4 in the Kansas City Open Finals. So we're looking at Sophia versus Kaden version 2.0 here. So,
yeah, and you know, I got to think that they may have a little bit of revenge for Sophia on her mind.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, of course, Kaden was in his homeroom. Is sponsored by the homeroom the last time in Kansas City, so we're on a little bit more neutral ground here. So I'm sure she is looking to get even with him here. So.
Yeah, and I got to give a huge shout out to Shane Petrick, who lost Hill to Kaden Herrbach to get to this finals, as well as Sophia's opponent. I believe his name is Reed.
Yeah, those guys all played really great. I think Reed was part of Team USA with Sophia, if I remember. I think so. And then I've actually had an opportunity just randomly watching other players. I've got to watch Shane Petrick play quite a bit this weekend. I'm very, very impressed with that young man. Maybe a clock misfunction or something like that. I don't know what it was, the holdup was there.
Yeah, I think we may have a manual clock in this match, and that's okay. 14 down. He's going to take the stripes here, and he's got a pretty good opportunity. That the 12 ball is going to be a little bit of an issue, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna. Looks like he possibly can get above it and shoot it, Pat, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to play that at all. I'd probably try to address it with a 10 ball at some point, or maybe right now with the 11 ball shot.
Yeah, I think the 12 will go past, so it's possible that he's playing. Oh, he's just going to take the bump. That's very smart. I don't know if he got enough. Pocket's going to play pretty big because of where the 6 ball is, so he may come out okay here. And it looks like we have our shot clock back. Our referee, Mark Goff, doing a great job this weekend. One of the most thankless jobs out there. Our referees, of course, Nate Kane, you are one of those. Nice little plug for Chris McCurley as well.
Yeah, Chris did a lot of. I was wearing a few hats, different hats, as you can see, and Chris did a really good job of basically reffing the floor by himself for the majority of this weekend. So he did a great job as well. Kind of his inaugural event since he got certified as an IRO ref. So.
On Kaden really running through this rack pretty simplistically, which is the key for running out 8 ball. You want to keep it simple.
And that's kind of where Kaden is, you know, his 8 ball game is actually still developing. He's a kind of rotation player first, and definitely he finds himself more successful at it when he keeps it simple. So we've kind of, as you know, you may have remember when now in the Kansas City, I mean, I work with Kaden a little bit. We play on one of the same league teams together, and so his 8 ball game is definitely coming along. Pattern choice is getting a lot better. Gets himself in trouble every once in a while near the end of the rack, but he navigated that rack really, really well. So super proud of him as well to be in back-to-back finals. It's just quite impressive for these 2 young people.
In this the semifinals, so it's really been an interesting week here.
Yeah, both of them kind of struggling with their break early here. We got 2 dry breaks in a row, right? Sophia didn't make a ball, and now she gets her turn at the table. See if she can break serve here.
Yeah, and Sophia is so very, very mature on the table and shows a lot of respect to the game. I've really enjoyed following her on her journey through pool. The journey on this table is going to be an interesting one for her. The 1 ball is really in a nasty spot.
Yeah, it is, and not a lot leads to it. I don't know if she got flat enough to be able to draw into it now. It's kind of tough.
I mean, if she does, she's going to have to kind of power draw it. There's no backup plan.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
She got very fortunate that the 1 ball came out the way it did, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, as good as she hit it there, she deserves to get fortunate, obviously. That was a little tougher than it looked. She really manufactured that angle there to get that breakout. That was awesome.
And the one ball here is going to set her up. Just needs to watch out for the 7 and the 13 with her clothing, because we do play all ball fouls.
Yeah, still got some work to do on this one. Definitely not any real easy layout, even with nothing tied up or anything, nothing touching or anything, nothing on the rail. But we're at 7 ball lays and cue ball position now makes this out very interesting.
And Sophia calling her extension there. Oh,
she hit that ball fantastic to fire into the side pocket and get an angle to slide over. If worst case scenario, she probably hits the 15 and still has a shot to go. So
a little scary there as it got a little close to the side pocket. Made my heart skip a beat. But she came out very, very well. I like this as just a stun shot. Even if she bumps the 15, it'll be okay. And I really like the angle she got on this one. I think it helps move towards the 8 ball, no matter which direction she decides to go. Good shot there.
Yeah, very, very confident. She looks in good form. I was able to watch kind of her whole semifinal match there, and she looked great. And her last 2 matches, really, she's been playing perfect. Very confident. You can tell she's really getting through on their stroke, and like I said, just making good decisions and firing them in. So I think Kaden's got his handfuls here, and both have been pretty good breaking serve and winning on the other one's break. So this might be a case of who figures out the break first on this match.
43 minutes left on the clock in this extended final.
Yet another dry break here, so it's be anxious to see if one of them who switches to maybe the cut break on the side first. You know, try something a little bit different here. The head ball doesn't seem to be serving him very well. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Kaden and I actually talked about the break a little bit earlier in the week here, so he was cut breaking. I didn't see if he did it on the first rack or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kaden's got a pretty big order ahead of him. Not anything is just jumping out at me and saying, you should shoot me first. So we'll see how this goes. Oof. That's a tough miss.
Yeah, she's got a 9-ball problem to deal with here, and of course the 12-13 is not very much fun either with where that 7's at, so she might take that on right now to rearrange it. And
yeah, and unfortunately for her, the 9-ball does not go towards the pocket, so she can't just play a combo on it.
Right.
She might have an opportunity here to move it out.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's wired. Looks from our angles here that 9-ball's into the rail, but
It's definitely not wired, but she can shoot the 15 and just almost just above center.
Yeah.
And get a nice little bump, and she can get shape on the
was
13 if it
wired.
doesn't go too far. Oh no.
that was a scenario of she's not wanting that ball to go. Man, not a tough roll and a great shot there.
Yeah, and I think in this situation you need to bump your 10 ball out and just send the cue ball down table. Let Kaden have the 2 ball. Just like that. Watch out, 8 ball. Oh. We might not make it through this match, Nate.
I know. so this one's just, of course, anytime you're watching the juniors play, it's always a little bit more nerve-wracking for us because you just never want to see either you're rooting for one of them, but you want both of them to do well. I mean, because they're both very, very respectful young people. Both of these have had a chance to talk to a lot of obviously know Kaden very well, but over the last 2 events, I've got to know Sophia as well, and she's impossible to root against. So,
yeah, it's very difficult to want either of them to not win, but there can only be one. So you're in between a rock and a hard place on that side of things. Oh, and look at this. Kaden's going to play a very smart shot here if he can stick her. It's going to be
sure, it pains his heart to play safe. He hates playing safe at 8-ball so much, but at least that's when he had to. So,
well, and you know, in the end, and obviously I know he knows this, but in the end, if it gets him the win, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I can't tell if you left her a clip shot on the side here or not. It's gonna be tough.
I think she can
all the way
straight down,
Great.
and she's just got to have just a little bit of angle. She's going to need a really good shot here, because not only does she have to draw out of this to not hit the 3-ball, she's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 down to get to the 8-ball. This is a big shot here. Well, she got the 3rd rail. She didn't quite get down to the 4th one. This is going to be a nail biter. Of course, Sophia is 16 years old and not the tallest young lady at the table.
Yeah, tough reach for there.
Oh, that was a tough shot there. Is she going to get fortunate with the leave? I don't think she did. The 3-ball is going to be able to just carry him off the 4 and really open that up, I think.
Yeah, that's probably a shot I would play here. And it's even one you can, I mean, it's not too tough of a carry here, but you can definitely get the cue ball right behind the 7 as well to play it safe in case you happen to miss that and not sell out the 8.
Opting to take the 5-ball here. Oh, he's just going to play safe. Well, you said he didn't like it, but I think he's aware that he's going to have to play safe a little bit to beat Sophia. They've already matched up once, and it was a close one.
He probably got tired of me yelling at him. Like, Kaden, play safe. It's so much easier to put run out with ball in hand, bud. So.
Well, he's going to have the opportunity to run out with ball in hand because he's got it again.
Looks like he's going to even play the extra safe here. One more and stop shot that 4 and get everything wide open.
And that's pretty smart.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like about these situations is when you play safe multiple times, you're giving that player the option to find the shot out several times, and eventually they will get it. This is a little bit tougher because I think Sophia's going to have to really throw this ball. Not the easiest thing to do. Oh, look at this. She's going to hit it well.
Good hit. Yeah, good hit. Great shot there.
Well,
Kaden's still going to like his layout compared with what it was even not having ball in hand here, but it always pays to get a good hit because this track's 10 times easier with ball in hand, and so he's got to earn it now.
Yeah, the table's pretty open. He just needs to make a good opening shot here. Really, the key piece to the puzzle is the 5-ball. And as long as it goes past the 8, which I believe it does, he should be okay.
Yeah, just thinking by the way he played that shot, it probably does go past the 8 pretty well because he probably would have laid up for the side if it didn't. And the other thing he gets tired of me hearing about is taking his lap at 8-ball and looking at everything. So,
yeah, it's always good to take a little walk around the table to figure out what's going to work for you and what isn't. Still a lot of pull left in this race to 6 finals. But Kaden looks like he's on track to take a 2-1 lead here. Might want that ball to roll a little bit more. I think he came out okay. Just be able to kind of pinch it back or go forward if he wants to let it stroke out a little bit. It's all real preference from here.
He definitely hit that a lot lighter than he was hoping, but
That's the tough part about wanting to let your stroke out sometimes. You know, it can lead to a little bit of a disaster. The good news is I've seen Kaden shoot these shots before, and if he were to bobble it, it would really put Sophia in a nasty spot. He's not going to, though.
What a great shot there. And the good thing about that, as tough as that shot was, at least you just needed to make it. You were always going to fall on that 8-ball. So, to me, on those tough cut shots like that, it makes them about twice as easy. Whenever you just, all you got to do is focus on making the ball. It was great out there.
And Kaden's going to go up 2-1 here. Pretty open.
And so Kaden at home, he has a valley with 4-inch pockets. That's what he plays on every day. And so, sure, Sophia was anxious to get a piece of him on a diamond here and see how it turns out. But I mean, so far, both of them look very comfortable on it. And so Kaden just really played a smart tactical rack there, and Sophia had to make some tough shots to get out of. But there we go. He went broke from the side and was able to get that ball down this time. So,
well, and that was your question: is who's going to sideball break first? Well, it only took 2 attempts for Kaden to realize that this is the way he needs to break these balls to stay at the table.
And I'm not sure if I didn't pay attention to it on his first couple of breaks, if he actually sideball broke or not. I don't know, but definitely hit that one a lot better, you could tell, just from the reaction of the rack.
And Kaden using his extension well. It always makes me smile when you see some of these juniors really embracing the shot clock, the match clock, being able to call that extension. They all look like they've been doing it for years. It comes very natural to them. Of course, we want to make sure that the setup and the rule set here is as professional as can be. Obviously, that's what we want to make pool grow. And Ultimate Pool USA has really done a phenomenal job of setting up the arena. This is not what he wanted here. No. That's really, really shy, and it's going to make this run very difficult. Off angle on the 9-ball now. It's not the most comfortable bridge either. When he was able to recover on that shot, he's still got some work to be done here.
Oh, yeah. That where the 6-ball ended up, it makes that 11-ball quite tough. Windows are much smaller now that he didn't get on it shot before there. So, but he's still at the table.
I almost think I'd take the 15 here because I think he can see it, but I don't think he ever looked at it. Maybe he did and he knows it doesn't go, but now he's really in a tight spot here.
Yeah, this is one of those where I always say you're pot committed. It might be time just to swing at the bank here, and at least you're heading up table, so it's likely going to fall on something on the 15 if you do make it.
Yeah, when you have several balls on the table and your opponent has 1 or just the 8-ball, very, very easy to play a good safety. But when you have 2 and your opponent has 5 or 6, it gets extremely difficult. What a shot that was. Kaden Herrbach, you are on your way to being the next magician because that shot was incredible.
It was a great shot. It's going to take a couple more good ones here to get out of it, but that was he had a similar shot like that in his last match against in their hill against Shane. It was into the side, but a very similar angle on the bank.
Yeah, tough, almost a backwards bank. He must be fairly comfortable with those shots because he's made 2 of them in just 2 matches time. I didn't realize that ball went. Now, this is an issue.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have to kick this 8-ball, and I never, ever, ever want to kick the 8-ball. No matter what the rule set is, I just don't want to do it. It's scary.
Wow, how'd you hit it, kid?
Wow. I tell you, the last 3 shots that Kaden made were very, very high skill level shots, and what an out he just put there. He wants this championship. He wants to say 2-time Junior Open champion, and that's good to see that he's having a good time at the table. Meanwhile, Sophia, she had a really good break. It's just unfortunate that she's not making a ball.
Yeah, you think he's shy. Half the time I said he won't ever shut up. So, but no, he's, like I said, he is a very good kid, and he's just he really is coming to his own after winning that. He picked up a couple additional sponsors after getting the exposure from the Kansas City Open and winning it, and he's kind of on a roll here. And like I said, he really wants to repeat his back-to-back Junior Open champion. I think that both fields were tough. I think top to bottom, this one was quite a bit tougher than what was in Kansas City, and so that's another thing. It wasn't an easy field by any means. There was Sophia was there, another one of our top junior players, Tyler Ramos, was in it in Kansas City, and he definitely had some big wins there. But
oh no, now, this is a mental error from Kaden, because the beeps came in from the shot clock, and it looked like he really rushed that shot. And unfortunately, as me and you both know, pool is very, very much so a mental game.
Yes.
More than it is a physical game, in my opinion. And Sophia coming with a good opening shot here. This is maybe not the layout that she wanted for her cue ball. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, the 13th ball really lays funny in this rack. There's not a, it goes past the 7, but the window to get on that's pretty tough. So that's something she might have to address whenever she shoots the 11 ball.
Yeah, I think the 11 will play towards the 13 pretty well. Even just a bump on the 3 ball would get her there.
Yep.
But her opening shot was a little rough. Let's see if she can get back on track.
I think she laid up perfectly for it, get that angle and get that 13 clear. That was a good shot. She probably wanted to be a little closer to it, but preserving the angle was more important than getting close to it. So,
well, I think if Joey Gray were here, he would mention something about the timing there.
Yeah.
She looked a little quick on her follow through. Sophia's a grinder. She's well versed in these long tournaments of multiple days for multiple hours. It's no secret to her.
And the mental aspect of her game is one of the things that I just was very, very impressed with in Kansas City. I don't care, junior player, adult, anything. How tough is it to lose a final and then be right back on for another final, and to keep herself composed and play really well in that ladies final and win it last time
against a very strong Lulu Kibaraglu. She played very well, and it just had an unfortunate series of events that helped Sophia a little bit, but Sophia played really good to get there. And Kaden is gonna have a little bit of a tough shot here. Yeah. It's long, it's kind of off angle, and we've seen these pockets spitballs out. He put it right in the heart, and he's gonna get shape on the 2 ball. You can't fight with that. Kaden Herrbach is really setting himself up to take another title home. Still a couple racks to go, though.
Yeah, that shot right there just tells me he's feeling really good and confident. The way he got through that ball great and spun it down there for the 2. And I think that's the advantage both of these guys have, is that they, this isn't their first rodeo in this particular arena. And of course, as Kaden's been in the junior national finals as well, actually to another one of our locals a couple years ago, lost to Chase Stumfole in a nail biter match. And so yeah, neither one of these kiddos are any stranger to the spotlight here, so I know they definitely are composing themselves a lot better than I would be right now. So yeah, he keeps finding a funny angle where he's got to take on the tough shot, but keeps finding center pocket there. He's going to be okay. So
you like the 6 here? Or do you like the 1 first?
Man, I like the 6 just because.
Maybe a little easier to get back on the angle.
Yeah, without overdraw this, you could get funny or underdraw. It's
something like that.
Something like
makes
that.
it a little tougher.
I think always shooting the 6, you're going to have a good angle on the 1 no matter what. But
well, we talked about those big shots feeling confident, he's going to need to make a big one here, because this is not as easy as it looks. Watch out, cue ball. There we go. That's a great shot there. And there you go. 4-1 for the defending champion. She's going to be getting in one of these finals matches pretty soon.
She's still a year or two younger than these guys, and a little bit.
Yeah, she's 12 years old.
12, so 4 years younger than these guys, and still quite early in her journey there. But I mean, she's so impressive, and what I love about Jordan, nothing rattles her. Like, she just is always straight faced.
They call her dead shot for a reason. Look at this break from.
There we go.
Kaden. This is he made several balls, but this is a rough layout.
Yeah, interesting. He broke from the other side the rack before and had a good break, but he went ahead and went to this side this time. So,
yeah, this is going to be a rough go here. The 8-ball is sitting so close to the side pocket. You almost don't want to take solids because the 4 is really in a bad spot. But no opening shot on the stripes. This is one of those weird situations where I might just play safe right after the break. Not something you really ever want to do, but I think I'm going to kick into the rail and just tap the 3-ball.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Because there's not really necessarily an obvious set that screams either to have. So,
and unfortunately, the shot clock got a hold of Kaden. Those extensions are only 15 seconds. And just tough decision there. Going to give up ball in hand to Sophia Mast, and really Sophia needing that to get back in the match.
You never want to give up ball in hand, but I guess if you're going to give it up, it'd probably be like a rack on like this. And so when there's multiple problems, I mean, if she gets a good break out here, she could theoretically get out to see where everything rolls.
Yeah, didn't want to move that 12 close to that 8-ball. Now, there is a little bit of a saving grace, and it's a flyer, Nate. But if you were to be able to get onto the rail below the 11, I think you could play 11, 6, 12 off the 8 into the side pocket and kind of break everything up. But it is a flyer.
Yeah, that is tough. So,
and she's going to make her 10-ball, but it's not getting any easier for the pink dagger. I think I'm playing the loss of turn shot here. The 14, make the 3, and just settle your cue ball as close to that bottom rail as you can. You can see Sophia mindful of the clock. She's going to be able to see this 15 ball. Calls her extension, gives her a little bit of extra time here.
Yeah, I don't love doing anything. Yeah, I like addressing something here, moving one of these balls into a more favorable position for you.
I only like the loss of turn shot because the 4-ball is still in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I do like, because that 12-ball, yeah, it could have possibly went off the 8 there, but really it wasn't hurting Kaden at all, and it was hurting her. So I really like that, getting that out and free, giving herself another soldier in the fight there.
Yeah, it's always scary when that 8-ball is so close to a pocket. One wrong move can cost you the rack.
Kind of like Kaden almost doing that. Well, I mean, 6 does have the 11 ball blocked up here, so I might leave that there for the time being. He just caused a few more problems. So.
Yeah, this is a rough rack here, and we're past the halfway point. This finals match had a 50-minute match clock. Excuse me. But this rack is definitely going to take some time. And Kaden's going to have his hands full with trying to figure out where to go from here.
Yeah, this is one of those. I just like to kind of live to fight another day here. I think I'd bump that 7 out more toward the corner pocket as a possible breakout ball for the 11 or the 3-6, excuse me, and leave her long. And I think I would have played that. Yeah, definitely would have played that on the other way, not to mess with that. And so,
yeah, the double kiss didn't help. You know, actually looking at this a little bit, I actually think the 4 ball might go in the side pocket.
Yeah, I think the 4 goes. I don't think the 4 is a problem for him at all. It's
the 6 ball is going to be
it. That's why I just kind of like, I would have loved to just lay that cue ball on the end rail for her, let her fire up table all the way from that 11.
Watch out here. She's going to get a big boom on it. And everything moves except the ball she needed. Such a wild situation here at the table. I like playing the 12. Oh, I actually like that better. I'm going to give that one to her because she definitely played the better shot there. Getting that ball moved down here because she's going to need a way to get to the 11. Kaden here going to have an opportunity to move the 8 ball, and that will change everything for him.
Yeah, what I think he needs just to avoid here is if he moves the 8 ball to not clip or touch that 3 at all. Because as of right now, it looks like the 3 goes, but if he bumps it, it's not going to.
And now he's got the shot off of the 8 ball. 6 ball still in trouble.
Kaden can be pretty aggressive at times, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's feeling really comfortable. He may take on the bank right now, but it's a big sellout. I don't know if I would, but
I feel like clipping the 6 ball real thin on the left side. I mean, very thin, and letting your cue ball drive the 3 into the pocket would have been a good starting point, but there's clearly something that he didn't like about that, and I don't blame him. It's a touchy shot. It's tough for us sitting in here because we see the situations where the holes are kind of getting dug a little more and a little more. It's getting rougher, and we really want to go out there and cheer them on and get them out of the situation one way or the other. But
I just want to cheer him on. I don't want to be shooting this with him.
Oh, I don't want to shoot it. I want to be the moral support.
Yeah.
I think if I'm Sophia here, I think I play the 12 off the 8 ball.
Yeah, just can't tell if that, with our angle there, I mean, it doesn't look like that 11 would go, even with ball in hand, really. But, yes, needs a breakout on it of some type.
And she's tried a couple times to move it. Now she's really getting down to the wire of what she can do. I'm not sure. I don't think she can see the whole ball. I think she can clip it. So there's a cross bank available. You got to watch out for the double kiss. She's just going to play the cue ball to the rail, which I don't mind at all.
Yeah, that was one of those, just kind of get out of the inning and live to fight another day on that one. There wasn't a whole lot there after she pocketed that ball and didn't get where she needed to be off the breakout. This is kind of one where I like clipping on that side of the 11 and just trying to layer right under the 11 and make her have no option. Click off the side of the 7, excuse me. Layer under the 11, and leave her no option, but maybe to hit that 11 and move it a little bit. And 7 being where it's at is kind of a safety ball. So
Yeah, and I think there's a shot here of playing the 11 and just moving the cue ball up, but she's going to kick it to 12, which I don't really blame her.
no, good job getting a hit there. Just want to get a hit and leave him up table. That was awesome.
I think we're going to see a lot of the same here. I think you're going to see him bump the 7 down to the bottom rail and let your cue ball roll on down.
Yeah, the only thing I really want to make sure if you do that is to make sure you keep the 7 down here on this half of the table, because you don't want her to be able to get under that 11 and play some type of safety so that where he can't see anything. So, yeah, good shot there.
He's also left himself an angle where he could promote breaking out that 6 ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, yeah, have a little game. I really like this shot.
Watch out, A-ball.
Oh, my God.
Didn't even touch the A-ball,
No.
did it? That is absolutely brutal.
And you got to kind of feel for Sophia here. She is not getting many of the rolls either. It's
I feel like it was a lot like that in Kansas City as well. She just didn't get too many favorable rolls.
It's kind of one of those things whenever just always seems to happen that way. Your opponent's playing great. They're getting the good rolls. And while she's not playing bad at all, it's just the bumps and things aren't going her way yet. So
When he got a good bump there. Unfortunately, it didn't really give him much of a shot. He's going to be really close to the 6, and he's going to have to take it on straight if he wants to shoot it. I know our referee Mark will be right on top of the shot to ensure that the hit is clean.
yeah, I think you just got to take this on in this scenario. Unfortunately, the breakout didn't quite work like he wanted to. And
just a little off. Sophia here with a real chance to put herself back in this match.
unfortunately, he left a good angle there for her to get right back up on that 12.
Oh, watch out, cue ball.
She's okay.
She's
yeah,
good.
Good shot.
And you've been around for all 3 juniors finals. It seems that they all come down to the wire.
Yeah.
Of course, in our very first one, Jaden Holt taking out Braden Spawn in a real crazy ending to that one.
Yeah, that one was tough, man. You know, that was at that time that was really us introducing this rule set to America, and it was fortunately Braden just wasn't quite aware of one of the rules and lost a rack foul there as time was basically expiring when it looked like we might have been headed to a 6-ball shootout in that one.
All depends on these breaks and how everything's spread. She needs a ball in the break, just not the white one.
She got a ball that time, so.
She's in a really weird position here with the 12 ball sitting in front of her. And that 14-2 is a very big issue. I think
Yeah, she probably wanted that last stripe that fell in that corner there to stay up, so she would have the chance of shooting those. But I mean, I think she is definitely get out on solids as well here. So
yeah, and I think she can bump this 2-ball right now. Oh
no, she
just clipped that ball. It's going to be a ball in hand foul. And Sophia, when it rains, it pours. Got to feel a little bad for her there. Thought she had a good opportunity to break out a problem ball. Now Kaden is going to have a pretty good opportunity to get to the hill.
Man, I tell you, almost like taking that 15 with ball in hand this way and clipping the 2 out of there instead of, because you keep a very, very tight window on this 15 if you play the out this way. But with that 10 ball being there, that makes the moving the 2 a little easier. But
He didn't play it out at all.
no, I think he's just playing for the windows on the, which I mean, something to be said too about not moving the ball either. So it's.
I'm scared of that 15 with the position. It's just below the 8 ball. And with still having the 9 on the table, you know, you really put into question, are you going to play the 10, then the 15? Or the 9 and then the 15? You almost got to be perfect either way. A little overroll here. This is going to get dicey.
Yeah, he might have fell just good. Just go ahead and, well, yeah, it's kind of a scratch shot. I can't tell from our angle. See if he can roll the 9 in, then come back up table for the 15. And then,
I think he can, but
Yeah.
you know, there's a really thin window between that 8 and 3.
yeah.
If he rolls too far, he's going to hook himself. If he doesn't roll enough, he won't be able to see the angle. He's got to hit it perfect. He wanted to go around.
Okay.
This is nice.
Great shot there. That way he's not, you know, he's able to just kind of play the stroke shot and not roll that in there. And that's something Kaden's always going to prefer. He hates rolling the ball just like most of us pool players do.
Well, and this has been a really great out. Unfortunate situation for Sophia. Finally makes the ball in the break, and the layout's just horrendous.
Yeah, it was well played out there. Definitely a different pattern than I think I would have looked at, but she keeps firing no matter what. That's really like about her game at such a young age, is being able to have that grind. I think there's something to be said about that for sure. So I think Kaden is just trying every break he wants right now. He's breaking from anywhere on the table.
Well, and the last couple ones have worked for him.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with those results. That's kind of a dream break for any 8-ball player there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you can get a good shot on the solid here, I can get out. If somebody can make the first ball right here, yeah, I can get out on these solids. So he's got to feel good. I think the one into the side is probably the easiest, maybe the 5 in the corner. Just have to make it. You don't want to miss the opening shot. There it is.
Just
a little bump on the 8-ball.
Yeah, the 12-ball plays been. Yeah, that bump on the 8-ball definitely made it a little tougher.
Yeah, and I think this is a situation where we're just going to have to sit back and see what Kaden does here, because the 8-ball has become infinitely more of an issue.
Man, I tell you, I don't know if the angle's there. I almost like trying to draw into it right now.
I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Well, and anytime you have to stretch like that, you have a tendency to lift your cue as you follow through, which can completely render any English put on the ball useless.
Yeah. I kind of do. I mean, yeah, if he plays the 7 here and then you make either try drawing it there and see if he's got the angle on the 6 afterwards. Kind of like just getting the angle on the 6 to try to bump it to the 12.
That works too. A big pop. Watch out, cue ball. Watch out, cue ball. Whoa. Really close to a big disaster there. Luckily for Kaden, a little fortune on his side. He's got a shot on the 1 ball.
It's kind of, I'll say, man, it's when you're rolling good, you're rolling good, and it helps when you're shooting good as well.
Oh no! Oh no! I think we did it, Nate.
Yeah,
I think we did it again.
I don't know if it was we as much as it was you that time.
Oh, you're taking the blame for that one also.
Yeah.
It's co-blame.
Let's see if Sophia gets rolling here. This is definitely a little tougher out with where the 9's at, but I got confidence she's going to be able to get out on this one. So,
and we are now under the 10-minute mark. That sound you just heard from the arena, that tells us that the shot clock is now gone from 30 seconds to just 15.
I really like how she's playing this pattern here, taking this ball now to go ahead and get her pocket for the 9. So.
And I think this shot clock change will allow them to think with their gut just a little more.
I always think the shot clock, when it goes to 15 seconds, seems like it benefits the person that's down at the time, because they kind of turn off their head. They don't worry about being down anymore. They just know they've got to shoot. And so,
yeah, well, it's hard for them to focus on that shot clock when they know that, or to focus on them being down when they know they only have 15 seconds to shoot. So I think I agree with you there. Oh, and a tough bobble. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of liked her playing in between the 4 and the 10 there, or 4 and the rail, and getting just a little straighter on that 9 than playing on the other side of the 4 like she did. And then you just kind of roll it in and take your shot into the side.
Yeah, I think those shots are very player preference, but I agree with you. I'm going to like that shot a little bit more because I don't feel like I have to force it as much.
Right, correct.
Oh, what a shot.
She hit it.
Oh,
great
what a shot.
Sophia.
Wow.
It's kind of one of those things. You say you hate letting the player back up to the table. That's one of those circumstances there.
So in this shot right here, I like her to just roll it a little forward, because if she does miss it, it's going to put her in a good spot where he doesn't have much of a chance. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think she was just thinking center pocket there. I don't care where this cue ball goes. So it was great. What a great out by Sophia there.
Look at this shot here on the 9 ball. Hit perfectly. You hit that any other way, you probably follow it in.
And she had to put a lot of spin on that ball to even kick that in the first place. It was very well judged.
Yeah, luckily for both of them, I think they both had a few practice rounds at it.
Awesome.
And look at this break. Oh my goodness, if just a shot is available. And only 15 seconds to think about it is going to make it tough. Sophia's going to make that decision quickly. One ball to the side pocket. It goes in.
Yeah, we got a 4-13 to deal with, so that's gonna. It's kind of one of those things as you're down in the match clock's running. You don't want anything tied up like that. You don't need the rack take any longer than it would.
Well, I think she's come across on a really good angle here. It's going to be a big follow through, but I think she can bump it out here. Oh, she might not have had the angle.
I'm gonna try to take care of her right now. How about that 6 ball? Is that 6 past the 10? I really can't tell from any of our angles. Looks close.
I think it does. I've had to stare at this camera a couple times. I've figured out that.
Man, another cold roll for Sophia.
Oh.
Of course, the way she's kicking right now, who knows? but yeah, that's just something you don't want, especially in this stage here.
And a little fortune will take her a long ways. I don't know if this is going to help her. Kaden's going to come to the table with an opportunity to clear up and take his second ultimate pool trophy.
Yeah, and right now with her getting out of that last safety of his, I promise you he's firing. So.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Great shot there at distance and gets him right in line to just holds the nerve and keeps everything in place here. Has a good chance to be the 2-time junior champion.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Kaden, just from what I've noticed, is that he does like to really plan out his attack and take his time. Yeah, I'm not going to call him a slow player, but he does take his time. So with only 15 seconds, he cannot get too out of line because it's going to put him in a bad spot.
And I think that really with Kaden on that, I mean, that's just, like I said, he actually has not played a ton of 8-ball, believe it or not, even though he looks good in this format and things like that. And he's very much more of a rotation player. So I just think that it may be a little bit me in his head. Like, hey, take your time, plan it out, bud. So.
Yeah, you see it a lot when somebody's a perfectionist, like you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be perfect, and 15 seconds is not a whole lot of time to plan on perfect.
No.
Good shot here. We'll set him up.
Didn't quite hold it like he wanted to, but.
It's a makeable shot, though.
Yes, it is.
15 seconds is not going to be the allotted time that he wants to think about it. But how does he execute?
Yeah, it's always a funny shot there with putting all that spin on that ball.
Well, and Sophia's got a chance to take this 4 in the corner. She'll have the 6 in the opposite corner. She just needs to make this ball. One more to go in the hole. And on this one, just make the ball. She's going to come past it. She'll have a shot in the side. This is about to get tight, Nate.
Very similar to the last final between these two. Kaden got out to lead. She came firing back, and so.
And he did a good job of not overcooking it. The issue that we're going to have is it is a dry break, and let me tell you, Nate, it looks messy.
Yes, it does. This rack's going to take some time off the clock here. So unless she's able to address this right here, if that's what that goes, that'll make it a little bit different.
Oh, no. And I think the time is really getting to her. Kaden as well. The pressure of these situations is already immaculate.
Yeah, this is one where you take your 15 seconds. I don't care what you do, just get stripes. So that's probably what he wants, and take the shot that guarantees you to get him.
Very smart here. Takes his extension. He's got the stripes. I'll tell you what, though, after that first shot from Sophia, if a miss were to occur, the solids don't look as bad.
No.
Obviously, Kaden not wanting to hear any of that. He just wants to get out here. I think the big shot for him is going to be being able to address to this 9-ball.
Yeah, I like seeing where he gets out of here. But, obviously the 11 leads to that, so that's nice. Doesn't want to be straight here, but.
He's got a little bit of angle.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is you need to get, flat enough on that 11 as well, so. Oh, he's going to draw up for it right now. Maybe a little light, but he might choose to take the 10 if the angle's there. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a tough decision here because the angle's just a little off. Played it very well.
Really good here. Just gotta. The one ball plays big, but I like trying to come into it.
Yeah, I like just a little bump. You don't have to do anything crazy.
Only problem if you don't bump that right, that leads away from the 8-ball.
He got a nice little bump on it, but
he's got some work to do.
This cue ball is probably going to collide into both the 4 and the 2, and the 8-ball does not pass the 3 to the corner pocket, so I actually like the bank.
The bank and draw him back and take a shot. I think that's what he's looking at.
Oh, and he just missed. And we are down to the 2-minute mark. Sophia just needs to take it calm, play the shot. Don't stress about the clock. She's got plenty of time.
Yep.
And now it's all in her hands, because if she can control this to win this rack, she's going to force most likely the 6-ball shootout.
Right. My heart's already pumping here. What's going on? So we'll see what happens here. 6-ball shootout in this final would be insane.
Yeah, I don't drink, but I might need a shot of pickle juice for this one. This is going to get intense. A little bump here. She's okay to slow down a little.
Yeah, kind of a tester here at this stage. You know, it's.
I like the angle she has because it promotes to the 7. But she called her extension. This is very, very smart. Taking her time, making the ball a good bump.
Great shot.
Nate, it's getting thick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Perfect there. Held a great angle for it. Steven, take a deep breath, buddy.
I'm telling you, it's getting very stressful. Sophia Mast, an 8-ball away from tying up the match with less than a minute on the clock. Take your time. Make the ball.
Great shot. Wow. I'm so impressed with this young lady.
Well, just 38
it's Sophia's
seconds.
break, though. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It was, yeah, so
I'm sorry.
Kaden's got that playing cue ready in his hand in the event of a dry break.
And Sophia breaks and runs to her chair just in case. Kaden to the table. He's moving very quickly here. Nate, I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough time.
I don't think so either, but he's going to try. I promise. So,
just whatever you do, don't make the 8-ball for any reason.
Right. Yeah, I just don't think this one leads to there being enough time.
I think at this point, Kaden's got to accept it, and he's got to slow down and simply say, okay, it's going to go to a 6-ball. I don't want to do anything wild. He's safe here. What are we seeing here? I feel like I've moved it into reality.
Yeah.
I think the key here is a good spread and simply making the balls, and she did get a very good spread.
Yeah, that was a really good break.
Look at this.
Time.
She's moving around the table very well. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a good time, Nate.
Yes, just hold serve here and don't miss anything.
Take your time with it. You don't want to rush and miss a ball. She's doing very, very good here. Great shot on the 2-ball. My goodness, this is going to be around 25 seconds. Wow. A little more. How impressive was that? We will get an official time. You see 26.91 is what's on the clock there, but they are going to go back. They're going to review it from the moment she broke, and they're going to make sure that they have an exact time. Kaden really setting himself up here. The official time to beat, 27.12 seconds. And you said you've seen him beat this time before.
Yeah, but I mean it's not consistent.
But
so
it is it's a tall drink.
It's a fantastic time she put up. So he did not get a good spread. This one's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think he's just got to kind of move these balls around.
Hey, made a ball there. That was huge.
The 1 ball is moving towards the pocket as well. Take your time. You can beat this.
Yeah, making that ball was crazy fortunate for him. That was awesome. I mean, as far as, dang.
Slow it down. Don't give up.
Don't give up, kiddo.
I think the pressure was on. Wow, what a finish, Nate.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm crazy proud of Sophia here to having the history of the Kansas City Open and then coming back from a big deficit here and doing amazing at that 6-ball shootout. That just really proud of her, and I'm, of course, incredibly proud of Kaden as well, too. Back-to-back finals is amazing.
Well, congratulations to Sophia Mast. We will get a trophy presentation in the arena in just a moment, guys. We will be right back.
Your champion is Sophia Mast, everybody. Let's lift that trophy high, Sophia. Congratulations, Sophia Mast. And don't go anywhere, because Sophia is staying right where she is. The Women's Open final comes up in just a moment, where Sophia will be taking on her opponent in that final, Kennedy Mayman. It's coming up in just a sec.